Yo, what's good, guys? Daniel here, helping you guys get some more wins in your life no matter what's going on in the world. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm going to be going over in this video a fucking little breakdown of some seduction, okay? And this is an Instagram message. I saw this girl uh, followed me again. She followed me again, and she liked some of my posts. Um, and then I messaged her and I said um, something like I messaged her about her story. She messaged me about my story, and then I said something like "How you been?" or whatever, and then like, "Oh, I noticed you unfollowed me." Um, I know that what I say can be kind of polarizing sometimes. Basically, I tend to um, make girls get uncomfortable with who I truly am, but I kind of just show that. I show my true self so that so I push away the people I'm not supposed to be around, and the ones that stay are meant to stay, kind of thing. Framing it like, welcome back, I guess it's meant to be, kind of like framing it like that. And then we're going to start right here. So this is what she said. "Oh, I unfollowed you back then wasn't because of anything you said." And wait, before I get into it, actually, let me preface what I'm going to be going over right now is how I cold read her desires. So I basically, in this chat, it ends up with her saying she wants to come fly out here June 14th. We're gonna hang out, all this shit. But it's because I cold read her desires, and actually her desires are the same desires as me. So it is an actual match like that. But these are actually desires that a lot of girls have. So yes, it came out more naturally with this girl because she's more open, but sometimes you have to fish it out of girls. So this text game right here is just basically going to show you how to um, basically frame it and cold read it and make girls realize that you're the type of guy that they always dreamed about. Now, let's go into it. "Oh, I unfollowed you back then. Wasn't because of anything you said. I find your voice inspirational. If I remember correctly, I was making an assumption on seeing you meeting up with some young ass girls. Mine's just messing, and I guess my programmed brain was like, why is he doing that? Maybe I was a little bit jealous. I don't know. It's hard to remember the exact moment, but that's none of my business. And ultimately, I think you're just trying to reach as many people as you can. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, you're rad. Love your voice and your handsomeness." Okay, so she was going back and forth in her head right there. She's like she tried to frame it like positively. Like she was like, "Fuck yeah, yeah, he does do all this stuff. Wait, why does he do that? Like, uh, but you're just trying to reach people, right? Like you're just trying to help people. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, no, no. I love your voice and your handsomeness." So she's going for the kill right there, making a move on me. So I said, "Wow, I love when a female can literally be so open and transparent of her thoughts, regardless of potential judgment or backlash." Framing what I like her to be like, open with me. Like, honestly, that was probably the most fucking sexy message you could have ever sent me. Complete honesty. But yeah, it polarizes every girl to see a guy so outside of the matrix and social conditioning. Everything I do is with love and good intention, and that's not me qualifying myself. That's just the literal truth. Men have been raised in society to be weak, and very few are actually balanced either. A man can only become socially aware and grounded and centered within himself by meeting a lot of women. But in society, somehow we have framed that as evil, and because we look at guys like that as evil, they actually become evil because they might as well. Everybody's judging them anyways. But the key is to be balanced. Protector of loved ones, leader of men, pre-selected by women, successful risk taker, and independent as fuck. Honestly, I think I just don't belong in this society, so I have to create a new one if I ever want to feel fully accepted. But at the same time, I've kind of let go of that need to feel that anyways. If there's a fucking phrase to describe my journey, it's a fucking solo mission. And admittedly, there's a part of me that pushes girls away on purpose so that I don't get comfortable. And then,
keep in mind I was in a relationship for 5 years, so I'm not like a one-sided guy. I am just like a very I do everything like with a purpose, you know. If I'm in a relationship for 5 years, it's probably because I'm working on a business, or it's because that's the way that I know I need to grow at that time, like deeper, not wider. And then now it's been like 6 months since I've been in that relationship, and I've probably talked to over 500 girls. Yeah, over 500. But um, every time I talk to a girl, I'm just talking to myself. It's just like I'm trying to get to know myself more, grow more, so that I can fulfill my purpose, whatever it is, before the end of my life. Like, that's what it all comes down to.
So right there, framing that. Well, first of all, huge pre-selection vibe, but it's like I'm open about the fact that I approach a lot of girls, and that's like what I'm spending my time doing because I'm not trying to lie to this girl. I wouldn't be able to hide that. First of all, second of all, if we even want to hang out at all, she's gonna have to be okay with that because that is something I'm working on right now. My social ability, my charisma, learning about myself. So that's just me being completely real right there, and then also letting her know it all has to do about my purpose at the end of the day, and I'm selfish when it comes to my purpose, and the only reason why is because I'm trying to manifest this purpose. The only reason why I talk to so many girls is I'm trying to manifest my purpose, and um, now I probably would have added there that don't get me wrong, I love women, like I love experiencing them, I love loving women deeply, all this stuff. Um, but I'm gonna get into that later with her, anyways. And I also could have framed it as like I also could have put in there like well, yeah, I mean that's basically it. Like I love women, but it's also just about my purpose. But anyways, right there, I just framed it as complete selfish because I kind of wanted to push on her a little bit more to get her to accept something that she could see as negative. I like to put the negative out there to get her to accept that because then I over deliver later by being showing her the opposite side. Where like, no, I really love women. I really go deep. I really like to actually make love, and experience deep love with women and take care of them and all this shit. I have this other side to me, but I don't want to show her that first because that would be like trying to show all my cards first, my best side and stuff first. I'd rather get her to accept my worst sides or the sides that she can interpret as my worst side. And when she does that, everything else is the best from there from then on. Oh, haha. Well, I trusted you would take it like how I presented it. Open and honest is true to myself, and being myself, I'm an open person, and naturally, I feel you on wanting to create a new society. But flow, like you said, in story is the best place to be. Solo mission, man. What you said about dating and men needing to meet a lot of women, I get that now due to my eyes. Okay, you can see right here. This is a friend zone frame. She's calling me man, like man, but also she's mentioning another guy, someone I extremely fond of is what she meant to say. I'd say I have unconditional love for him, but he needs to do his own thing, and I don't care about being with him. I just wish he'd see me, lol. But do I really even show myself? No. I've been hiding a long time. Coming up now. Anyways, the fuck it seems like I'm always trying to squeeze him into the convo. I'm out of that. I'm seeing alignments. So she's now like going in her head like, fuck, like, why am I talking to this other guy about this other guy? But really, she's doing this unconsciously to shit test me, not shit test, but it's like a dominance test. Like, is this guy going to be phased when I talk about another man? Is he going to be bothered by that at all? Is he insecure at all? Because she's basically she's saying that, yo, this thing with this other guy didn't work out. Doesn't he doesn't know me enough, like me enough. Maybe he's insecure, or maybe he's just too pre-selected. I don't know which one it is. Doesn't matter to me. Um, you know what I mean? I got time for this girl, so I'm with it. So there you go. Um, and then she goes, "You got a great spirit. Is it comfort or stagnation that pushes girls away?" I push girls away by being polarizing so that I have to go out and meet new girls. So I force myself to get better social skills and more charisma. When I get girls to come back for more, I get comfortable with the sex. That takes away from time I can be working on myself. Your biology is telling you to lock down an alpha male that can protect your offspring. His biology is telling him to keep moving so that he can stay alpha. But what about tantra, she says? What about it? Manifestation through ritualistic sex. Super valuable, and yes, I intend to have lots of it, but there's seasons to life. Also, I have to meet a lot of women in order to find a girl worth having tantra with. And the more I grow, the more I will be able to experience deeper levels with a partner, so it all comes full circle. There are indeed. Being a girl, I want to find someone I can have unconditional love with similar flame, two flames that come together, the brightest, and ignite shared vision through tantra. And by the way, I don't always push girls away. I just be myself fully, and that's what it does. Whoever stays was meant to be. I agree with you fully. And then I said, your face needs kisses. Now, you might think that's left field, right? It's like we're talking about sex, we're just in general. And then I framed whoever stays was meant to be. So she came back, it must be meant to be. And then your face needs kisses came out of nowhere, but it's spontaneous. And spontaneity is seductive. Now, she goes, I certainly have a lot to learn, but mostly I think I just want to experience, even if I know something already. Oh, fuck. I didn't even read this before. I certainly have a lot to learn, but mostly I think I just want to experience, even if I know something already. Now, I take that as her saying, I just want to experience you, even if I know you already are just fucking as many girls as you can fucking get your hands on. Like, even if you're just fucking 500, talking to 500 girls, and there's probably other girls in the picture. I just want to experience you. She's just really into the fact that I understand and just get it. She's attracted to the experience. She's attracted to the experience I can give her. Now let's go deeper. I said, your face needs kisses. She goes, it does. And I said, like, really bad. Like, honestly, I can tell you have a longing and craving for something. I feel like you want to feel something you've never felt before, deeper than you could even imagine right now. And this goes so perfect with what she said right here, and I didn't realize that before, but it must have been unconscious because I said that. She goes, most people can. And she goes, I do. I feel like you want to open up your heart fully and submit your heart, body, mind, and soul to somebody who you can trust, who is also aligned with his desires. Fuck. Then I said, and sync up with yours, and they sync up with yours, so you just want to let him do whatever he wants and take full control so you can surrender and really experience your full feminine nature. Fucking A, bro. See that right there? This cold read going into that right there is so powerful. I'm going to put this in my script. It's so fucking powerful. She goes, exactly. I'm after true love that has no chains. Ding, ding, ding. AKA, she's now saying that she's down with true love, but not monogamy, which basically is implying that she's down to come over and make love, but she won't get clingy and possessive. What else could you want? Now, this is, I'm down for uh, spending so much time with somebody, it basically is monogamy, but uh, no rules and no expectations. Whatever happens, happens. That's what I'm down for, and that could be a long-term relationship. I was in one of those. We had no rules. I hooked up with other girls. We had threesomes. She hooked up with other guys, but we loved each other deeply and we lived with each other, and I was cool with that. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Anyways, I said, where do you live right now? So kind of going for the close after that cold read. And then I said, talking about what she said, words like this can make the heart chakra open up instantly. That's because I'm saying, like, yo, you're opening the door to really feeling something with me. She goes, I've experienced my heart orgasm, and love vibrating off my aura was so intense. Oh my God, that's so fucking hot. I'm not even lying. Like, that's fucking hot. I want to feel that with her. I want to feel that together with her. I want to feel that from me and her while we're having sex. That would be amazing, right? So, like, I'm like, okay, I want it. Then I said, complete, vulnerable, open heart, true love with no expectations, restrictions, or requirements. Completely unconditional. Yeah, true love, baby. Have you experienced 20 orgasms back to back to back? And also answer my question up there. No, hardly. Okay, well, imagine that while literally being in love with somebody and having this visceral, animalistic, fiery attraction for them, at the same time begging for more and more and more, feeling that feeling of tension building more and more and more, to the point where you just find yourself literally blending into the moment like a DMT trip, feeling enchanted and paralyzed with pleasure, and suddenly realize you're completely surrendering now. A rush of inspiration fills you to become completely submissive and enthusiastic, where all you want to do is please this person 100% because they please you so much just by their essence and being. Yes, I want it. I want that. I want it. I want it. That's the vision I had hoped to bring into this experience with this man, but my heart orgasm was ignited by, but it never did. And it's left me in a bit of a state. Now, she's talking about the guy again. Even after I did all of that, you would think, oh, now she's on to me. Nope, not yet. She's still talking about the guy, and she said it left me in a bit of a state. So now I'm going to misinterpret what she says there to flip the script to be talking about me and her. A bit of a different state than me. Bit of a different state than me. See, you should change that by coming to the state, aka Cali. You should come change your state that he left you in by coming to my state, California. I would if I felt led to. I definitely am not staying here long. Hint, she might be down. I'm not saying I'd fly you out for a week, but I'd fly you out for a week. Goddamn, dude. So I go for the close right there in a fun and playful way. Oh, well, I'm not saying I would come, but I'm not saying I wouldn't either. There may or may not be much needed face kisses available. Much needed from a guy so fine and aligned. She's coming on to me, giving me validation, saying I'm fine and aligned. And then I said, but only for a girl so submissive, enthusiastic, loving, and feminine. She said she needs to give and let go of control. So now she's qualifying herself, saying she knows exactly what to do and what I would enjoy. And she's saying that she understands what I like now. And she's ready to do it. So I said, fully yes. What's your week look like? I'm training this week, new jog. Next week, I'll still be training. What's the perfect ideal time for a vacay? Mid-June, around the 14th. My birthday's on the 22nd. That means I'll be spending my birthday with you. Oh, no. Well, maybe we can plan for later if you want. Although, I'll have you feel as much good loving as possible. Basically saying she would give me the most sexual pleasure I could possibly ever have for a birthday present. And like do anything and be completely submissive. Like this message right here is about as good as it can get with a girl. Like anything more than that, it kills the tension because she's being too easy and giving too much away by saying like, oh well, like wait till I suck your dick or whatever. Like that would be too much. So she's still like she's going right to the edge. And then I said, what if I want to spend it with you? Then that would be a good week for me. Qualifying and chasing, beautiful. Your birthday is on the summer solstice. You have to promise me one thing. So this is me getting her to qualify more. No fear, no holding back, fully opening up your heart, allowing yourself to fully feel everything that's fully possible, and fully vulnerable with the risk of being overwhelmed by all the emotions. I promise. Then you'll be the best birthday present I could ever ask for. Wow, so exciting. Awaiting that kind of vulnerability is exciting. It makes being alive worth it. Let's text instead. And I'm going to fucking remind myself to block out my number here on YouTube. Okay. Now, as you guys see, like I broke down the pieces in this, the part that we all here should really, really look at is when the cold reading started. You need face kisses. Now, forget the face kisses part. She just has a cute face, so I want to kiss her face, right? Don't worry about that. What matters is this part right here. Like, honestly, I can tell you have a longing and craving for something. Hey, can I be honest with you? Honestly, I could tell you have a longing and craving for something. I feel like you want to feel something you never felt before, deeper than you could ever imagine right now. I feel like you want to open up your heart fully and submit your body, mind, and soul to somebody who can trust, who is also aligned with his desires. And they sync up with yours, so you just want to let him do whatever he wants and take full control so that you can surrender and fully experience your full feminine nature. And then, okay, well, imagine this. Then I can go into like, have you ever had 20 back-to-back orgasms? Okay, well, imagine that while literally being in love with somebody and having the visceral, animalistic, fiery attraction for them, at the same time begging for more and more and more, feeling that tension building more and more and more, to the point where you just literally find yourself blending into the moment like a DMT trip, feeling enchanted and paralyzed with pleasure, and suddenly realize you're just completely surrendering now. A rush of inspiration fills you to become completely submissive and enthusiastic, where all you want to do is please this person 1,000,000% because they please you so much by just their essence and being. Now, that cold read right there, that sequence, I'm going to put in the description of this video, okay? That's the important part. So if you're vibing with a girl, you're talking to her, you're just discussing things, and then you just come out and say that, it will most likely work. You can say something like, I feel like I know what type of guy you like, or whatever. I feel like I know what type of girl you are. I feel like I know that you have a lot, like, I feel like I know what you want. And then you say that. Basically, every girl wants that. Now, you could take out the spiritual stuff if she's not a spiritual girl that you're talking to. But every girl at the core wants basically what I just described. Every feminine, good looking girl. Beautiful women are feminine because the femininity is estrogen. Estrogen makes them prettier. So the prettier a girl is, the more feminine she is, the more she's going to want that. So if you cold read her with that right there, poof, like, this is going to take my game to the next level. I did this on spot intuitively, but now I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna put this down into the description for you guys, and then I'm going to make sure that I practice this in the mirror a few times, so that when I'm talking to a girl next time, I'm just gonna be like, hey, actually, I'm noticing something about you. Yeah, can I be honest with you? Yeah, like I can tell like you have like a longing and a craving for something that you might not be fully getting right now. Like I feel like you want to have something you never felt before, deeper than you could ever fucking imagine right now. And I accidentally clicked out of that message. Yeah, like deeper than you could ever fucking imagine right now. I feel like you want to open up your heart fully and submit. You could just be like, I feel like you want to fully submit your heart, body, and mind and soul to someone who is truly aligned with their desires, and those desires sync up with yours, and you trust him, so you can just let him do whatever he wants and take full control, and you can just surrender and experience your full feminine nature. And then have you ever had 20 like back-to-back orgasms? No. Okay, well imagine that while literally being in love with someone and having this visceral, animalistic, fiery attraction for them, at the same time begging for more and more, feeling that tension building more and more, to the point where you just literally find yourself blending into the moment like a DMT trip, feeling enchanted and paralyzed with pleasure, and suddenly realize you're just completely surrendering and letting go and letting it happen now. And this creates a rush of inspiration that fills you up, and you completely become submissive and enthusiastic, where all you want to do is please this person because they please you so much already just by being their true self and their essence and their being. You say that shit, bro, and then all you gotta fucking do is start making a move on her. That's what I did right after I started making a move on her. You should come see me in Cali. When So in person, you do that shit, and you're like, hey, honestly, I feel like I want to get to know you a little bit more. Like, fuck, like, hey, let's go for a walk. Like, honestly, like, let's go like somewhere where we can just be me and you. Start making a move. You walk, grab her hand, and be like, fuck, I don't know why I feel like this about somebody that I just met. Like, honestly, I love it though. I love it. And you just start going for the close. And then if you sense that she wants to pull back a little bit, then you say, but let's take it slow. But let's just take it slow. Then you pull back. You just got to feel it out. It's that easy. And to get to this point where you make that cold read, you can literally just be curious about her. I'm curious about something. Are you from here? Da, 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 da. I'm picking up a vibe from you. Honestly, just like, I don't know what it is, but like, I'm sensing something. Like, can I be honest with you? And then you can go right into this. And there you go. You'll be able to seduce a girl without even telling her about you. She won't even know what you do for work, anything. She just knows that you bring sexual value to the table, and she's interested. You can tell her all the other stuff though too. Eventually, like obviously, like I told this girl about me first. Then I went into this, so it worked. But you can do it without telling her about you, because this is so high value. But anyways, I'm gonna put this in the description of this video. If you use it, congratulations. I hope it, really, really helps you to manifest your desires in reality. And on that note, guys, I'm out. Done.